All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Fear the Walking Dead / Walking Dead video about that recent Easter egg, possibly for Beta. Is Beta a rock star? Alright, so I definitely wanted to do a video giving our thoughts on this one. This one will be mostly Fear the Walking Dead, but of course it crosses over to Walking Dead because really it applies to both. So I'll put to this picture here for you guys so you can check this one out. This is from last weekend's episode of Fear the Walking Dead, so the third last episode of Season 5 for Fear, so that's episode 14, where they have the vinyl records. Daniel, or Ruben Blades, has the vinyl records because he's a music fan, right? He's a musician, actually, if you guys didn't know. And you can see one of them here at the left side, and people pointed out, man, that looks a lot like Ryan Hurst, who of course plays Beta in the Walking Dead television series. And are we actually seeing a picture in Fear the Walking Dead of Beta as a musician? So then later on, of course, in The Walking Dead, maybe season 10 or 11, it could be revealed that before the zombie apocalypse, Beta was actually famous and he was maybe some kind of rock star musician, something of the sort. It is Texas. He's got kind of the cowboy hat type of deal on here in this picture, if that's him, unless it's just somebody else completely. But it is kind of cool, right? If you think about it, and it's like, okay, are they kind of revealing in Fear the Walking Dead that Beta was actually a musician before, and is this another crossover for the Walking Dead in Fear? And that's what a lot of people think. So I'll put the link in the description. You guys can check out the pictures yourself, comicbook.com. Really cool idea, really fun, and we'll get into a few of you guys more questions here about that and kind of what you guys think about that. But it does look a lot like him, and it's got to be intentional if it's in the episode. So, yeah, interesting. My opinion, yeah, I think it actually probably is him. I think that's exactly what they're doing, because they've been doing a lot of crossovers this season in Fear, whether it be, for example, the helicopter with Isabel for Althea, crossing over for Rick, a similarity there. And, they like to work in stuff like that, so that's kind of cool. We got a new poster, by the way, if you guys didn't notice, because the Joker movie's coming out, so I saw this one as a good price. We should do green. Yeah, green for Joker. That's sweet, right? Maybe we'll do that for a while. But it looks so evil. After I put it up, I was like, oh man, that's kind of scary. So, Alex Ross style type of artwork, but it's just so scary, man. It's like, oh, I can't wait for Joker. I'm really excited to see a Joker movie. So let me know what you guys think about the Ryan Hurst possible Beta connection with Fear, and whether or not you think that he is some kind of singer in the Walking Dead universe, and so that's why we see him on there, and possibly we'll see him sing some more in the Walking Dead season 10 and probably 11 too. John Rod says Beta was the lead singer of the Whisperers, right? So that's good. And Renae H said, I do like the Beta rockstar theory. So interesting, right? As long as it's not country music, right? Now it's okay. If you guys like country, it's no problem. I'm just I'm not a huge fan of country. MC says maybe Beta is a metal musician, like from Slipknot, and he already had the mask on when shit hit the fan, right? So that's true. Something like that, right? Jason Fox says the Whisperers are the most boring group of villains yet. So I don't know, man. I don't know how you can like the Whisperers. I think the Whisperers are awesome, personally. I think they're really good. They've got a cool angle. They've got a cool strategy. You could see it as something that could work. And Beta is quite fearsome. So I don't know what I really don't know what you're talking about. Alpha's good too. So, I think they're really good, to be honest, compared to a lot of the other villains. Compare them to Fear the Walking Dead villains, okay? Like, you don't need to tell me. There's not a single group of villains in all Fear the Walking Dead that's probably as good as the Whisperers. Not even Taka overall. The Vultures are okay. They're probably the best Fear has had, at least the new Fear team has had, and even that's like, no. I think the Whisperers are some of the better villains in the series, that we've seen in either series. SavageRicktator says, just picture Beta singing with the piano with his origin story. Romantic songs with Alpha would be really hilarious. Yeah, that's a good one. They could do that if they decide to go this route, which they might be doing. they could have him do some extra scenes and put them on the Blu-ray or something for season 10 or season 11 or something. That would be funny. I would pay to see that. Then I'd definitely buy the Blu-ray, right? I haven't bought it yet this year for Walking Dead season 9. Every time I see the cover and I see the Rick poster on it, I just get, or the picture on it that I have in the poster there, I just get sad and I want to buy it. It's like, I got to buy this because it's so good, but at the same time, it makes me sad when I see it. I bought every other season, 1 through 8. Just haven't bought 9 yet. So I'll let you guys know if I change my mind and I do buy it. I don't know, man. I've got this mental block. It's like I want to buy it, but then it's like, it makes me sad because Rick's not anymore and everything. It's like, oh, man. So, yeah, maybe I will. 1958 Forever says, Trev, there's an article saying Rick movies are going to start filming in November if the script is ready. Also, Andrew Lincoln is only signed on for 1 movie. As for Negan, it's only a movie, so it shouldn't take long to film. Yeah. The only thing is with that one is that Negan is the lead. So, most of the time when we see Walking Dead people do other projects, whether it be TV series, movies, whatever, they're not usually lead roles. So that's the only reason why that brings it, as something. But it's not a series lead in another TV series where it's going to conflict directly. So it's very possible that he could do both for sure. And, Negan's not in every episode anyway. Like if you look at season 9, there's a lot of episodes that Negan is not in. So it's like, yeah, I mean, they could probably work it out. It's probably just fine. And yeah, I hope he does not leave The Walking Dead. I really don't. Even the thought of it is like, just like, oh no, because it's just like, we're seeing so many people leave, and it's just, it's such a shame, right, with the way things have gone the last couple of years for Walking Dead. I really hope that Lauren does return for the role of Maggie, because, a lot of people leave troll comments about it, but you know what? Every single one you can have in the show that was in the earlier seasons, I think it's really, really good, because it's difficult. When you see a lot of the scenes in the trailers and stuff with characters like Sadiq and some of the others, it's like, man, Magna, for example, and Yumiko and the others, it's like, you want to give them a chance. You want to watch because they're new characters, so they kind of have that new kind of vibe about them. But there's only a few select characters that are going to be around from, a lot of those earlier seasons in a couple years. And, I hope that some of the original crew will stick around or come back, or, I hope not too many others leave is what I'm really saying, right? Is that not too many other people leave, because they're so few and far between, right? So Joe Slavin says, I actually have a fear question. Do you think, since the group has like 30 or 40 members now, and the main problem is they're running out of food and water, do you think they will be forced to join Virginia and the pioneers/settlers? I think that's what Virginia's trying to do, is kind of get them to join her group, that kind of thing. I don't know if they will, or if they're going to just, again, the way that they're kind of doing everything is very naive. It's like, okay, let me just leave this person here and I'm just going to walk that way and hope that they don't bother me again. It's like, the zombie apocalypse, if you watch the original Walking Dead, it really doesn't work that way. Like, there's very few times where you can just leave somebody and be like, oh, it's okay, we're going to do the right thing and walk away. It's like, usually that doesn't work. Like, try that on Gareth and the Hunters, for example. That's not going to work out well. They're going to eat you. So, yeah, man, it's just one of those things it's just very strange. And we'll see what Virginia actually does try to do, and whether or not Morgan has to go into clear mode and the others have to actually kill them and do stuff like that. Because, for example, Dwight lets the one guy go, and then he goes right back and joins the same group again and continues doing what he's doing anyway, right? So it's like, I don't know, man. Tricky situation to kind of say whether or not it's right to kill people, but sort of like that discussion that there was during The Walking Dead Season 8 of when you kill people, when you don't, that kind of thing. Is sometimes you have to. But if you have to defend yourself and someone like Virginia's coming in, she's going to take your stuff, that's kind of war. Like if you have oil, like think about oil, right? Someone's going to come in and take your oil from your country, unless you're selling it to them, that's going to be war, right? I mean, that's a big deal. So you're not just going to give up resources like that so easily. So it's, we'll see what happens. And personally, I hope Virginia is not really a major threat in next season, season 6, because I will not be hyped at all to see her and the Pioneers return in season 6 for fear. That's just not something that's going to sell another season for me. It's not something I care to see. So I hope whatever it is they do with her, I hope it's something that they resolve pretty soon. If Morgan has to kill her, whatever they have to kill her, go into clear mode or whatever, or I don't know. I'm just not sure like, of course there's no comic book series, so we don't know the direction they're going in, but it's like, I just don't know about this current direction. Again, it's just like, it doesn't feel like it's really working all that well overall with the whole helping people thing and running into someone like Virginia. It's like, what are you going to do? It's just going to let them all go. They're going to come back and try to attack you again afterwards. Or the guy that Dwight let go was part of Logan's group. My mistake. But you guys go what I'm saying. Like, you just let everybody go and this kind of thing, and you let them take your oil, and then you run out, and then you're walking around. It's like, I don't know, right? So Lazarus Stirs says, the Virginia character is just goofy. I laugh every time she comes on screen. It's worse than the Z Nation villain. Not that Z Nation was bad, it wasn't, but it knew what it was. This character is just horrible. I want to change the channel the second she comes on the screen. Yeah, I know, right? We need somebody, like I've been saying recently, we need a really good villain for Fear, somebody who's scary. Alpha, for example, is a female and very scary, very terrifying. But, you have Virginia here, you've had you've had a couple female villains. Last year you had a female villain too, but, give us some kind of really fearsome villain like Alpha or like a governor or something like that. Not really Negan. Give us like something serious for Fear. That's what Fear needs. It needs like a governor character, 100% serious, or Alpha character that doesn't mess around, uses razor wire or whatever else, to attack you, to really change Morgan so he can become kind of a more mature leader where he has to understand that, it's good to be the good guy, and you gotta do that if you can. But failing that or running into situations like what they're into now, you have to understand that the world is not 100% where you can just be nice to everybody and let them take your stuff and let them do whatever, and it's going to be okay, and there's not going to be any repercussions for it. You have to stand up for what's yours, and you gotta push back, and you gotta, sometimes you have to do stuff you don't want to do, get hands dirty. So we'll see if he's willing to do that, and we'll see what they do with it. I'm not a huge fan of Virginia either. It's another one of these villains they've come up with that I'm just not into it. I'm like, yeah, she's okay, I guess. I don't know, that's fine, I guess, whatever. But I won't be excited in a new season to see her there. I'll tell you that much. It's kind of like whatever, I guess. It just feels like another kind of like filler villain, that type of thing. Ash Williams says, Episode 13, Battle at the Oil Fields. Episode 14, Introduction to the Horse Riders. Episode 15, Some Big Death. And Episode 16, the group finally finds a home. Well, I hope so. It's a good prediction, right? He was pretty much on the mark for 13 and 14, right? 15, Some Big Death. Well, maybe Grace or something like that. And then them finding a home, fine. But where do you work in Virginia and the settlers there, the pioneers there? Are you still going to use them next season? I don't know, man. It's just so silly. It doesn't take itself seriously enough, and it just feels kind of... I'm not sure. I don't even know for Fear, right? You guys leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Am I too harsh on Virginia and the pioneers? Is it like, no, they're pretty good, Trev. It's like, they're okay. They don't really feel like villains. They kind of just feel like people there and just doing what they're doing. And then Morgan's group is so ridiculous that they just roll over and just give them their stuff and everything. And then she's like going there in the trailer. She's like firing off guns when they're all walking around. They're like, oh, stop. Don't do that. As long as they're going to come and get us. It's, if you want to kill them, why don't you just shoot them? That's what the governor, he just shoots you. He's not going to, he's not going to like, I'm going to call in a bunch of walkers. Well, I mean, there's certain cases where maybe they'll do stuff like a walker bomb and stuff. But, generally, if he's got a gun on you, assault rifle, and he wants you taken out, he's just going to take you out. Otherwise, if you don't have anything to give him, he's just going to let you go. You're not going to care. He's just going to be like, oh, who cares? I'm not going to go troll them and shoot guns off to draw in the dead and like mess with them and stuff. It's weird, right? Ant Smith says, Negan's entire span is corny/comical, and he'd fit in perfect on Fear the Walking Dead. I don't know. I think that Negan is better than any villain Fear the Walking Dead has, at least a new Fear. Taco was pretty good when he was first introduced. Negan started off awesome. Of course, they kind of taken him from a full-on 100% governor-type villain at the beginning, and they've kind of humanized him a lot and kind of made it look like he's not so bad, and that you have guys like Simon and scoundrels in the save, even after Simon in the Saviors that made it difficult for Negan to control them, so he had to do certain things, and it kind of humanized him a lot to kind of bring him from that governor-esque type of a villain, 100% villain, to more kind of gray area, to like even recently helping out Judith and doing stuff like that towards kind of an anti-hero type of character. So he's changed a lot throughout the series, and that was always probably the plan with him. So he's kind of in the middle a little bit too, but Do I think he's as bad as some of the Fear villains? No, definitely not. I think he's way better and a lot of fun and everything like that. I don't think Fear's ever had a villain that good. So hopefully we'll see something from Fear in this next year or so, because I just don't know for it right now. It's just kind of like it's on. It's something to watch. But that's about all you can really say about it. Aside from that, they haven't blown the whole thing up by doing anything too crazy this season. The first half was good, but the second half they haven't really done too much that's really that stand out of all the seasons of Walking Dead we've seen. So we'll see what they have next for Fear, and if they can at least finish it on some kind of note that's going to make people want to come back and watch it in season 6 next year. Because otherwise, if they don't, I'm really wondering if people are really going to want to come back. There's not that many people watching it now to start with anyway. Anyway, that'll be it for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think. If you like the idea of Beta being a recording artist, then leave your comments below. And if you think that's what they're actually doing, then leave your comments below. You can thumb up this video, you can share, you can favorite, and subscribe at the bottom left if you're new. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace later, guys. See you soon.